Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today on Cook and Bake with Samer. I have a lot of special things for us today. I'm going to hopefully be able to post all of them. Um, I'm starting with, I'm going to be pickling some red cabbage and also some radishes. I want to have them with some fish tacos that we're going to make in a little bit. With I'm getting good responses from the camera crew over there. Fish tacos with our own homemade tortillas. Plus, I'm going to make two other fish dishes with different flavors. I'm getting requests from different parts of the world and from within our area. And I'm also going to top it off with a fresh blueberry pie dessert with some fresh whipped cream as well. So we'll have a busy day today, so let's begin cooking. But let's start with the pickling now of the red cabbage and the radishes. I have 6 radishes. They're different sizes, really. This is the biggest one. But average size radishes, I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut them. I mean, this is a really big one. Some of them are about 2/3 the size of this one. And I'm also I have about 7 leaves of red cabbage about this size that I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut them. I'm going to also heat up 1 cup of water, half a cup of apple cider vinegar. You can use regular vinegar. You can use any type of vinegar you want. I'll need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to put 10 peppercorns. For the seasoning, you can add garlic. If you'd like, you could add some clover leaves. You could really get creative with that if you'd like, but I just like to keep it basic. And we'll go through and see how we're going to do all this. And also, I'm going to be pickling the the radishes separately from obviously from the red cabbage. But I'm using just a small jar. This is about a 2.5 cup jar that I'm going to be using to put them in there and pickling them. We pickle them, we leave them out to cool off a little bit, and then we leave them in the fridge for a couple hours. So they're probably, and then they'll last for 2, 3 weeks or longer. And I also want to give you a little hint about the red cabbage. Unless if you're pickling the whole thing and you have you use a lot of it. Uh, so the cabbage head was bigger, obviously. So here's what I do. I take a paper towel, I wrap it in the paper towel and store it in a vegetable crisp drawer like this. It lasts for a very, very long time. And we're talking, and I'm not exaggerating, it does last months. Like this, it stays like new. It doesn't become moldy or wildy or anything. So let's start. I'm going to start showing you real quick how I'm going to cut the cabbage. I, uh, I know I'll put a few of them in, but what I want to do is cut them into, uh, I need them to be into thinner lines. And I also want to let you know, I'm not using my wooden cutting board because red cabbage does stain a little bit, so I'm using this. You want them probably about a 1/4 inch in the width. The first ones I cut, I still would like them a little thinner, but no, quarter inch is really good. Uh, Here, I'm gonna go this way. There we go. You can also roll it. I didn't roll it for you so you could see the overall, but if you roll it like this, obviously you'll be able to cut it a lot quicker. I just wanted to show you the whole thing on the width of the red cabbage that I'm cutting. Let's see here. There we go. You see there's one here. There we go. Okay, this might show better. Higher, lower? Lower, okay. There we go. All right. Let me do also one radish for you. I already had them washed, by the way. And I'm not going to peel them. I'm not going to peel the radish. I'm going to keep it in its peel. This is this is because it's a bigger one, so I'm going to cut it in different pieces. But really, I want because it's really thin. It's about 1/8 of an inch. This one here, and I'm even gonna make it even smaller here. This is really big. So now we're even cut it into fours. But here we go. And be careful with the knife. Don't cut your hands too much. It hurts. So these I'm going to just make them a little bit here. There we go. These are good. And again, we'll be using them on our tacos once we finish we'll make our tortillas from scratch. Our fish, unfortunately, I didn't make it from scratch. I bought it from the store. I'm gonna use cod fish today. I don't have a pond in the backyard yet, and I know I won't. Most likely I won't, since I won't be allowed to anyway. And so there we go. I have these. I'm going to cut the rest of the cabbage and clean the radishes and cut them up. And then we'll go to the stove. We'll put the ingredients in here and just kind of warm them up. Put our cabbages in the jars, stuff them in there and then the radishes in the other jar, and pickle them. It's very, very simple, very easy. It gives it a really, really good special taste. You don't taste nothing tastes vinegary or anything like this. But with the tacos, with the fish tacos, plus the fish tacos, we're going to make our own special seasoning topping, I should say, or sauce for it later on. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I cut up my radishes and the red cabbages. As you could see, they're these different sizes. Uh, some long ones, some small ones. But with the red cabbages, I like to stuff them in good. I don't just put them in there. I like to stuff them, and then we'll add the pickling material in there. So as I mentioned, I'm going to add half a cup of apple cider vinegar. You can again use all kind of different vinegars you might like. And I'm going to get here a cup of water. There. And I'm going to add, somehow my tablespoon disappeared. Let's see. Maybe I didn't bring it. I need a tablespoon of sugar in here and 1.5 teaspoon of salt. There's one, there's the half. There we go. And I have about, as I said, like maybe 10, 12 peppercorns. Then I'll just divide them between them. You can put more, you can put less. Peppercorn isn't really needed. So I'm going to take them here to the stove. I had it for about 1.5 minutes on medium high. And it's starting to boil. So I'm going to put it down to just a medium low. Just mix it a little bit so that way the pepper also will release some of that flavor within the mixture here. But it's that simple. It's really quick and simple, and I'm only going to leave it for another 10 seconds. So no more than 30 seconds after it starts boiling. You don't, I mean, nothing is harming it. It just, that's what I like to do. And we're going to now pour the mixture into the, as you see here, the peppercorns are there. There are some on the bottom. Uh, they're going to go in both jars, the peppercorns. So let's see how we can show you a little bit over here. I want to do it over the sink so I don't spill and burn myself. Uh, Here, I think I can do it this way here. There. There we go. We got the one jar going here. This is good. This is good. Now, for the radishes, I honestly, I need to do some more. So I'm going to do about quarter cup of apple cider vinegar and 3/4 cups of water, and just add them in there. Uh, this is good. This is nice. Here, about a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, and we're going to add about 3/4 cup of water. I'll warm it up real quick and add them to the radishes. There we go. And these are going to be so flavorful. See, look at these guys. Beautiful, huh? So yeah, again, I'm just mixing them up here. They're about to boil. Yeah, as I mentioned, be careful not to spill these on your counters, uh, or if you use wooden spatulas and things like this, they will stain a little bit. And you wash them right away, you'll be okay. But they're not as bad as the beets. The beets, you touch it and you turn pink and red and everything. Even when I handle beets, because I like to either boil beets or add them to some of the juices that we do, I wear gloves because they go right into your skin. This is good. They're warm. They're nice. There we go. Just added a little bit. Well, it took about 1.5 to 2 minutes, and we are done. And let me add them to our radish jar over here. There. Oh, nice. There we go. I have a little bit I want to add to the other one because it did go down a little bit since while it was resting. There we go. It's good. You want to use the ones that could seal them when you're pickling them. They need to be airtight when they are stored in the fridge. So I'm going to tighten them good here. Both of them. I'm going to let them sit out for probably at least a half hour. I want them nice and cool to the touch. I mean, they don't have to be cold, but still, you don't want to put hot stuff in the fridge. So we'll have them sit on the side, and they'll be ready for our delicious and made from scratch tortillas, uh, made from scratch fish tacos with the tortillas. But again, the fish is not from scratch, so don't ask for to see my pond in the back. I don't have one. So, but as I mentioned, I'm using cod today. It's a little thicker. It holds up well. I'm going to bake it. I'm going to cook it 3 different ways as well. All right. See you soon.